At my sister's wedding, she smirked as she introduced me to her boss. This, she said with a sharp smile, is the disappointment of our family. Laughter broke out around us. My parents joined in without hesitation. Her boss, however, stayed silent, simply observing. The air shifted. Then he gave a faint smile and said, "Interesting, because you're fired." My sister tightened her grip on my arm and pulled me closer to him at the reception. Her expression looked forced, almost too perfect. I had a feeling something unpleasant was about to happen. "Mr. Holden," she said loudly, "there's someone special I want you to meet." The chatter around us faded. Heads turned. "This is my brother Kevin, the family embarrassment." She laughed lightly. "He's still single, still doing some small consulting job no one really understands. We're all just waiting for him to finally get his life together." Her words landed heavily. My father smirked. We gave up expecting anything big from him years ago. My mother covered her mouth, laughing as if it were harmless fun. I stood there, unable to react. My face grew warm, my hands unsteady. For most of my life, I had been invisible to them. The quiet one, the reliable one, the one who solved problems while my younger sister, Samantha, received all the praise. Just 3 months before the wedding, she had called me for help. I dealt with vendors, covered a $2,000 payment when she forgot, negotiated with the venue, the caterers, even stopped a florist from overcharging her by hundreds. Yet all my parents said was, Samantha handled everything so well. Not once did they mention me. At the reception, I was placed at a table near the back, close to the kitchen, with relatives I barely knew. And now, I was standing there being humiliated in front of everyone. But Mr. Holden didn't laugh. He studied each of us carefully, Samantha, my parents, then me. His expression turned serious. "Kevin," he asked calmly, "what kind of consulting do you do?" I hesitated, surprised. "I work with small businesses, helping them restructure and stay afloat when they're close to failing." He nodded. "How long have you been doing this?" "About 12 years. Interesting." He turned back to Samantha, his tone colder now. "Very interesting." Then he stood up. "Samantha, we'll need to speak Monday morning. Enjoy your evening." Without another word, he walked away. The silence that followed was uncomfortable. Samantha looked confused. My parents exchanged glances. No one understood what had just happened. I quietly left the event soon after. 3 days later, everything changed. Samantha was placed on leave. By the end of the week, she had lost her job. My parents called immediately, their voices filled with anger. "What did you say to him?" My mother demanded. "This is your fault." "I didn't say anything," I replied. "He just asked about my work." "You've always been jealous of her," my father said harshly. "You finally got your chance to bring her down." They ended the call before I could explain. The following Monday, I arrived at my office and noticed an expensive car parked outside. Mr. Holden stepped out, holding a folder. "Mr. Chen," he said, "may I come in?" Inside, he looked around my modest office with appreciation. "Do you remember a furniture business from about 10 years ago? Weston's Fine Furniture?" I paused. "Yes, the owner was struggling financially." "That owner was me." He placed the folder on my desk. "I was close to losing everything. Then a young consultant came in, reviewed my accounts, and showed me exactly where I was going wrong. He worked for weeks, without charging a single rupee. When I asked why, he said I reminded him of his grandfather. I felt a lump in my throat. I eventually turned things around, sold the business, and built my career from there. That moment changed everything." He looked at me. "When I saw you at the wedding, I recognized you immediately." He opened the folder. "I didn't fire Samantha because of what she said. She's been under investigation for months, falsified reports, taking credit for others' work, and questionable financial activity. What happened at the wedding only confirmed my doubts." He slid the papers toward me. "I'd like you to work with us as an independent consultant. You helped me once, I trust your skills." He paused at the door. "One more thing, you might want to review any shared financial accounts in your family." I took his advice. When I checked the records, the truth came out. My grandfather had left behind an education fund of $80,000, meant to be divided equally between Samantha and me.